Hi, it's me, Angel again. Happy Inauguration Day. It's Wednesday, and we are going to go over the steps to purchase a house. So, last week I didn't have the sheet with me, but I have the mortgage loan application checklist. So, here it is. You have to have a uniform residential loan application, a copy of your driver's license for all borrowers. You have to have a blanket signature authorization with signatures and social security numbers for all borrowers. So this is what I would do. I would get a folder, a binder, and I would put in my driver's license, my social security cards. I would get the last 2 years of personal federal income tax return, all pages, including the W-2, copies of your current year-to-date pay stubs for all borrowers. And if you are renting, then please provide the landlord's name and address and previous 12-month rental history. That means rent receipts, canceled checks, they're both acceptable. And if you're divorced or separated, please bring in the copy of your divorce decree or the maintenance agreement, along with any amendments and a 24-month payment history of alimony or child support if you're going to use that as income. And if you're self-employed, then you need the previous 2 years and current year-to-date profit and loss statement and your balance sheet. Okay, so if you have all of those things together in an envelope waiting when you go to your lender and you fill out the application for to get pre-approved, see how much money they're going to loan you, you're a step ahead of the game because you have all the required information that they're going to need to start. And then once they run the credit check on you and check your income and all of that good stuff to make sure that the money hasn't come from ill-gotten gains. Now, when a couple of people bought a house and they got loans from their parents, believe it or not, they had to see where the money went into your account, but it also they check, say, your parents' account to make sure that the money came out of there. So they do a paper trail. They look for the money and find it, and so just make sure you're prepared for all of that. So now that you have everything and you got approved for a loan and they told you, okay, you qualified for a $350,000 house, and that's when the fun begins. Because now, hopefully, you have already interviewed 2 to 3 realtors and see what they have to offer for as marketing and getting you around. And, sometimes people just don't mix. It's like any other relationship. You go into it and you don't get a good fit, so you might want to go choose another one until you find the one that you're a good fit with. Because remember, this is the person that's going to be taking you around, showing you houses, um, being your friend, really. Um, they're going to be joined to your hip till you walk in and you find that house that you say, okay, this is mine. I love it. I want it. Now, back to, let's retrack our steps and go back to funding. There are so many different loans that you can choose from, and that is going to work with your lender, not your realtor. Your realtor can tell you about them. Like I can tell you there's a FHA loan. I can tell you there's a USDA loan where you don't have to put any money down. Uh, there's a lot of different loans, and we're going to go over all of them too. For first-time home buyer programs that you can get anywhere from $5,000 to $17,000. You get a FHA loan, a USDA loan. That's a no money down loan. USDA give these, they're usually in rural areas. Say like you want to do farming and you want to own a farm. Well, USDA loans, you don't have to have any money down. Then there's the other programs I'm quite sure you've heard about. If not, ask me about them and I'll go into more detail. They have the Good Neighbor Next Door, which is the cop, the nurse, the fireman. They have the Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan. They have Home Path Ready Buyer program. You get energy efficient programs. You could get a FHA Section 203K where you don't have a lot of money and you want to fix up the house the way you want, so you run and find you a handyman house, meaning that you're going to fix it up to the way you want it. You can get a low interest loan on that too. It is a FHA Section 203K loan. They have state and local first time home buyer programs and grants where they give you the money, but you have to stay in the house for X amount of years and it's forgiven, meaning that you don't have to pay it back. So it's a lot of different programs out there. And then they have the Native American Direct Loan. So, what do you want to talk about first today? Let's talk about the FHA loan program. The FHA is a loan insured by the Federal Housing Administrative, meaning FHA. It's good for those with low credit scores and just little money saved for a down payment. It's usually 3%. So if you don't have a whole bunch saved up, but you know you're definitely tired of renting, you're tired of neighbors over your head, you're tired of the space, and you just want your own, but you don't have a lot of money, FHA is the way to go. Then you have the USDA loan. That loan is 100% guaranteed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture for lower income borrowers in eligible rural areas. Now, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's not supposed to be rural, but we do have properties and land that's designated for USDA. So you could ride down the street and see all these beautiful homes, and a couple of them are USDA qualified. So ask your realtor about that. If you want a USDA home, tell them to put in the search for all the USDA homes in Charlotte. And of course, the VA loan program. That's a great program. Thank you, vets, for the service. It's a loan backed by the Department of Veterans Affairs that allows no down payment for military personnel, veterans and their families. So the vet loan is a very good loan, and I'm glad that they look out for people that looked out for us. Then they have what I told you, the Good Neighbor Next Door Buyer Aid Program. It's a U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development HUD program that provides housing aid for law enforcement officers, firefighters, emergency medical technicians, and teachers. So if you're any of those, there's a good program for you as well. And then you have the Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan program, which gives you a conventional loan backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, and that requires only 3% down. So, but it's good for those with strong credit. So remember the FHA, you can have low credit scores. I'll give you the credit ratings on that a different time, but 3% down is good. Then they have the Home Path Ready Buyer program. That program provides 3% in closing cost assistance to first-time home buyers, but you must complete an educational course and buy a foreclosed Fannie Mae property. So that's a good program to look at too. And this energy efficient mortgage program, I'm just learning about that myself. It's backed by FHA or VA loan program, and it allows borrowers to combine the cost of energy efficient upgrades into a primary loan up front. And then, of course, the FHA Section 203K loan program. Borrow the funds needed to pay for home improvement projects and roll the cost into your loan with the primary mortgage. So say like if you bought the house for $80,000 and there's like 50 or $60,000 in repairs needed, they will roll that into the loan. So now you just bought a house for $140,000. But that works out fine because you got all the repairs, you got the roof or whatever you need it done, you have it done. And then the local first-time home buyer programs and grants. Many states and cities offer different programs. So I can give you a program and a figure here for Charlotte, but it may not apply to you there in Paterson, New Jersey, so you check with your state and your city to see what programs are available for you for first-time home buyers. And then the Native American Direct Loan is a VA-backed program, provides direct home loans to eligible Native American veterans to buy, renovate, or build homes on federal trust land. So those are all the different loan opportunities you have out there to become a home buyer. So until next week, gave you food for thought. Let's get out there, let's get saving, and let's buy that home. Have a great day, people. Bye-bye.